been stuck in your lazy girl era, it's time to shake things up. So today I want to talk about 7 ways that we are going to get out of this lazy girl era and get back into your self-care, your wellness, your fitness, and your overall wellness and self-love journey. Hey there, loved ones. My name is Science Star J, and this is Fully Loving Yourself. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. So it's fall, and we might be getting a little bit too comfortable. And now is not the time to do that. We still have goals that we need to achieve, even if we are feeling a little bit lazy. So if you are somebody who fell off a little bit, then this is going to be the perfect video for you. Time to step back into your health and wellness journey with intention. Notice that I was slipping back into my lazy girl era when I started eating certain things that I knew weren't good for me. And you know what happens? Once you eat one, then you want another, and then next thing you know, you're spiraling out of control. But the good thing about it is that I'm aware of when I'm falling off so that I can get back on. Because we ain't perfect, okay? What's more important is getting back up and getting back on your journey. So today, I'm going to share with y'all 7 things that I did to get back on my journey of taking care of myself, pouring into my self-care, and focusing on my wellness. So the first thing that I did was I reframed my mindset from lazy to rested. We have this negative mindset around rest and productivity, like we always have to be productive, and that's just not true. Rest is productive. You need to rest your body in order to be productive. You can't keep going because then you'll burn out. And that's what happened to me. I burned out. And then that affected my physical health. It affected my mental health. It affected my diet. And then the negative voices started to pop in a little bit, and I had to quiet those. We are not lazy. We are resting. We are recuperating. We are recentering ourselves and getting ready for our next step. And that's okay. If you catch yourself riding on the couch, you catch yourself getting a little bit too cozy and falling off of your routine, as long as you are aware of it and you do something to change it and you don't stay there. You can start by saying positive things to yourself. Like the affirmation that I use is, I love my rest. I honor my rest and I honor my productivity. This allows your body to feel safe in your resting, but also allows you to get back on it and continue with your productivity. The second thing that I did when I realized that I was falling off track and I needed to get back on was I started small. So I remember back in 2020 when I realized that I was starting to gain weight because I was just sitting at home in the house, as we all were. And I knew that I needed to do something about it. So I started small. I started to get up and go for walks, take my dog out for longer walks, sit outside, pour into myself that way. And now what I'm doing is, because I noticed that my routines were off, I started to pour into myself by trying to get sleep earlier and doing little things like eating things that I know will help my sleep cycles, like pumpkin seeds or a recess drink. I love those recess drinks. Having a sleepy girl mocktail, that's a small thing that you can incorporate in your daily routine to help you get back on track. So I do want to know, what is something that you fell off with doing, and what are some habits that you'll be incorporating to get back on track? So I started to incorporate these daily non-negotiables into my routine, and it helped me to get back to my full routine. Now, one of the main non-negotiables that I have for myself in the morning is making my bed and having my morning drink, which is lion's mane, ashwagandha, sarsaparilla, and chlorophyll. I have to have it every morning, and I also take my iron, and now I'm taking this Mary Ruth's liquid vitamin for hair growth every morning before I walk out that door. And that helps me to get back on track, because those are healthy habits, but it's also helping me to pour into myself. So create some of your own daily non-negotiables that you can incorporate into your daily habit if you find yourself falling off. And if you are somebody who may be looking to get back into the gym, start off by taking a 10-minute walk and not rushing yourself into the gym doing a whole bunch of weights and walking for an hour on a treadmill. Because when you jump into doing something like that, I feel like it discourages you more. So just start small, getting back into doing your routines. And in that way, you'll be more likely to keep up with them. And the third thing I just mentioned was creating my morning routine. So I noticed that I started working later, and that was throwing off my night routine, which was then throwing off my morning routine. So once I got back on track with going to sleep earlier and having a cutoff time for work, and then waking up and setting my day the correct way by not just rushing to get to work or rushing through the day, because when you rush in the morning, I feel like that just ruins your entire day and it starts your day off very anxiously. So by giving myself some time in the morning to breathe and journal and have my concoctions, drink my tea, and have some time to get me ready in the morning and feel good and look good and smell good, then I can walk into my day feeling like that girl. And that allows me to feel better about myself and to be more productive throughout the day. And also that lion's mane really helps me to stay mentally clear throughout my day. So if you are someone who just like rolls out of bed in the morning, start by waking up 30 minutes earlier and taking some time for yourself to journal or stretch, or create a morning ritual for yourself that you can stick to, and start with making that bed. Making my bed makes me feel so much better when I come home, and it just gets my day started. Like, I'm out of the bed is made, so I'm not getting back in it. That helps me. And the fourth thing is dressing the part. If you watch my previous videos, you would know that I actually lost 50 pounds. But before I lost the weight, I would dress in clothes that were really frumpy and hiding my body. And I do like to wear oversized clothes and like baggier clothes. I don't really like to wear tight clothes, but I was noticing that I wasn't putting a lot of effort into my looks. And it is true, when you look good, you feel good. And so when I started putting on clothes that were prettier and made me feel good about myself, when I looked in the mirror like, oh girl, you look good, it made me want to be more productive. It made me want to go to the office and be like, okay, let me get some stuff done, to the point where now I like get dressed up to walk around the house and take care of the house and clean, just because it makes me feel better. I'll put on a cute little loungewear set to clean my house. Even though some days I'm working from home, I'll still get up and get dressed and put on my makeup and put on some perfume, even though I'm not going anywhere. And I think that, you know, being in the house in 2020 and 2021 really kind of made that worse, because we was in the house every single day, that I kind of had to get back in the groove of getting dressed up and looking good. And I recently had to go shopping for new clothes. So on my vlog channel, I am showing like different hauls and clothing things that I'm picking up so that I can feel more me in my body. And you can do that too. Go and give yourself like a little $50 budget and go to Marshall's or go to Ross or wherever it is that you shop and pick you up something cute, like a cute little lounge set for you to lounge around the house in, and just love on you and look good. Love on you and feel good about where you're at in your life. I'm not saying that you need to be busting out a ball gown and high heels to go to Walmart, but just, you know, stepping up a little bit and just like putting more effort into your appearance can really help how you feel about yourself. Because there are days when I just look crazy and I'm walking down the steps and I know I look crazy, and my husband walks through the door and he's like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. And I'm like, sir, I know you can lie, you know what I mean? Stop playing with me. But in those moments, that reminds me like, girl, you could have did better, you know what I mean? And so that reminds me to just be more mindful, because I like looking good. It helps me to feel more confident when I'm showing up when people see me. The fifth thing that I've been trying to do is eliminating time suckers. Now, we love a good scroll. We love a good scroll. I've deleted the social media apps. I've taken time away from different apps like Facebook. I took a break from TikTok. I took a break from Instagram. I'm barely on there. I'll go on there and post one or two things when I need to just make my feed look a certain type of way. But I'm starting to realize how much time being on social media really takes away from you, especially as a content creator. We need to create healthy habits around our social media consumption, because you can get addicted to the scroll by looking for new ideas or looking for trending audios. And then if you're on the side of messy talk like I am, just getting caught up in the entertainment. So one thing that I've done for myself is set time limits on the apps. So whenever I'm on the app and I've reached my limit of however long I set it for, the notification will pop up and say you've reached your limit for today. And that's it. You reach your limit for the day. Go and find you something productive to do. And another thing with that too, it's not just social media, right? That can distract us or suck up our time. It can be friendships. It can be being out. Now, I'm not the girl that be in a club anymore. These knees is not for the club anymore. But if you are somebody who does like to spend a lot of time away from your home, dibbling and dabbling in the streets, at the lounges with the hookah, consider how much time you are spending doing that. And if you have a goal that you're trying to reach, and that is something that's sucking up your time, evaluate how much time you can put into that and put into your goals. And also with certain friendships or relationships, you might have friendships or relationships that are more gossipy and not necessarily beneficial for your overall growth, but those just might be feel-good relationships. Sometimes we just need to vent, and that's okay, but we have to be mindful of how much time we are allotting to those type of relationships. You also have to be protective of your energy in those situations as well. Because I noticed a few years ago, I had a friend that they would call me and we would talk about stuff, and then after we got done talking, I was so drained that all I wanted to do was sleep. You got to be mindful of stuff like that. So pull back sometimes when you need to. Pour some of your energy into yourself, because we got things that we're trying to do. We got things we're trying to get done. We lost our light, and so I look like real yellow. So I hope this lighting is okay. I hope the lighting is okay. Let me know if this lighting is okay or if it's not, so I know whether to film in the morning or if it's okay for me to film at night. Let me know, ladies. Number 6 is something that I struggled with because I love sitting my butt on my couch, but that's moving even when you don't feel like it. Now, that doesn't have to be going to the gym. That can just be going for a walk. That can be dancing around the house. That can be doing yoga. I turn on dance videos and yoga videos on my TV and I dance around the house, or I do yoga in the house. Because sometimes I just don't like being in a gym around other people, but I love going for walks, nature walks, just walks around the neighborhood. I love being outside, soaking up that vitamin D, listening to some good music. There is nothing like a good walk and workout playlist and get you out of that lazy era. There is a video that Glow needs to come out with that is trending on TikTok. I made a video about that the day that I went back to the gym. Oh, that song got me hyped. So find your hype song and get up and tackle whatever task it is that you've been putting off. I personally listen to the girl rap music whenever I'm like cleaning the house, or I want to feel like a baddie, or I just need to get back in my zone. I love it. Just make moving fun. There was a point in time where I would dread. I'd be like, oh my gosh, I do not feel like going to the gym. But now I'm like, man, I want to go to the gym so I can work on these glutes. I want to lift my booty. I can't wait to go to the gym because I'm trying to get fine. When you start thinking about it like that, it's like, oh, let me hurry up and get to this gym. I understand how the girls becoming gym rats. And then the last thing is just to set realistic goals for yourself. Like I said, trying to do too much at once can send you right back to where you were. So if you jump off this couch and you decide to go run a sprint and you ain't ran in 3 months, you're gonna be sitting right back where you were. I wanted to move because your body hurt. It can be overwhelming and overstimulating. So here's a tip. Use the SMART method. The SMART method is when your goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. You want to write these goals down and check in with yourself every week. Challenge yourself. I know there are girls who do like the 75 soft or 75 medium or 75 hard. Join one of those groups. Get you an accountability partner. The main thing is that you just don't give up on yourself. If you entered your lazy girl era, you can get out of your lazy girl era. You just took some time off, and that's okay. This journey is not about punishing yourself for resting. It's about reigniting your passion for your self-care and your wellness in a way that feels good for you. It's about progress and not perfection. So that's all the tips that I have for you all today. Let me know in the comments which tip resonates the most for you. If you found this video valuable, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to become one of my loved ones community by subscribing to the channel. And as always, don't forget to be bold, be joyful, and always be fully loving yourself. And I will catch you all in the next video.